Hello, hello, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, evening, nighttime, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the globe? I hope that you all are doing just wonderific. All right, wonderful and terrific, all put together. And I hope that you all have read or you're planning to read for at least 30 minutes. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. And before we get started, of course, I want to share with you all again another reading aloud benefit. And reading aloud, guess what? Another benefit to that is it actually is the same as reading a book. That's right. Because when you're listening to those read alouds, okay, guess what? If you're not able to actually sit down and physically pick up a book, and get a chance to read a book. Oh, what the I dropped the book. Y'all got to work with my handling skills, y'all. If you're not able to actually sit down and read a book, that's why you can listen to a book on audio. That's why you're here on this channel. Because sometimes you may not have time to be able to sit down and physically open up a book, right? So you said, you know what? I am going to go on YouTube, go on to ABC, read ABC Learn, and I'm going to listen to that story being read aloud. Or if you're driving in your car, if you're walking or on the bus or whatever, you can get those books on audio. And that is why the audio books, now the business of audiobooks is booming, because there are people who are not able to actually sit down all the time like they want to and pick up that book and read. But guess what? You're not cheating if you are listening to those stories being read aloud, all right? So please pop in those audiobooks as much as possible. Come to our channel all the time. And thank you again. Thank you for subscribing. All right. All right. So now let's get started. Damn. Oh my gosh. OMG, y'all. Hey, look at this awesome book right here. And the title of this story, Jabari Jumps. And the author, her name is Gaia Cornwall. All right. Gaia, please, Gaia, I hope it's Gaia or Gaia. Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name. Beautiful name, by the way. Look at this cover, and this cover is awesome. All right. So Gaia Cornwall is the author as well as the illustrator, right? Believe so. When I open up it again, I believe so. Author and illustrator. And sometimes you will see that with books. Sometimes you'll have the person who wrote the book, which is the author. They are also the illustrator, the one who drew the pictures. And when you're looking at this cover, what do you see there? You see this handsome little guy, this little brother right there on that diving board? Jabari jumps. Oh, wow. What are your predictions about this story? What do you think this story is going to be about? Ah, little boy jumping off that diving board, splashing into that water. Do you think he is nervous about that? Do you think he's a little afraid to jump off that diving board? Would you be afraid to jump off the diving board? Well, let's find out if that's what's going on with little Jabari. Awesome, awesome. I love this title page. I love it. I'm jumping off the diving board today, Jabari told his dad. Really? Said his dad. The diving board was high and maybe a little scary, but Jabari had finished his swimming lessons and passed his swim test, and now he was ready to jump. I'm a great jumper, said Jabari, so I'm not scared at all. Jabari watched the other kids climb the long ladder. They walked all the way out to the end of the board, as big as tiny bugs. Then they stood on the edge. They spread their arms and bent their knees and sprang up, up, up. And then they dove down, down, down. Splash! Looks easy, Jabari said. But when his dad squeezed his hand, Jabari squeezed back. Jabari stood at the bottom of the ladder. He looked up. You could go before me if you want, he told the kid behind him. I need to think about what kind of special jump I'm going to do. Jabari thought and thought. Jabari started to climb up and up. This ladder is very tall, he thought. Are you okay? Called his dad. I'm just a little tired, said Jabari. Maybe you should climb down and take a tiny rest, said his dad. A tiny rest sounded like a good idea. When he got to the bottom, Jabari remembered something. I forgot to do my stretches, he said to his dad. Stretching is very important, said his dad. I think tomorrow might be a better day for jumping, Jabari said. They looked up at the diving board together. It's okay to feel a little scared, said his dad. Sometimes, if I feel a little scared, I take a deep breath and tell myself, I am ready. And you know what? Sometimes it stops feeling scary and feels like a little surprise. Jabari loved surprises. Jabari took a deep breath and felt it fill his body from the ends of his hair right down to the tips of his toes. Jabari looked up. He began to climb up and up and up and up until he got to the top. Jabari stood up straight. He walked all the way to the end of the board. His toes curled around the rough edge. Jabari looked out as far as he could see. He felt like he was ready. I love surprises, he whispered. He took a deep breath and spread his arms and bent his knees. Then he sprang up off the board, flying. Jabari hit the water with a splash. Down, down, down he went. And then back up. Whoosh! Jabari, you did it, said his dad. I did it, said Jabari. I'm a great jumper. And you know what? What? Said his dad. Surprise! Double backflip is next. The end. I hope that you all enjoyed that story. Oh my goodness. I could just like really feel it when Jabari, like in the beginning, when at first he was, a little nervous. And, remember the one part when he told the kid that the kid could go in front of him? Right there was a clue right there. He was, when I read that, I said, uh-oh, I think Jabari is getting a little nervous, little butterflies, right? So I really enjoyed that story. I enjoyed it on so many levels. And one of the levels that I enjoyed about this story was that how it showed this African American boy going swimming and showing him, of course, with his father, spending that quality time with his dad, doing something that unfortunately a lot of Black children do not know how to do, which is swim. Statistics show that you have, in some instances, about 70% of Black children, and some statistics say, that do not know how to swim. And swimming is a life skill. Everyone should know how to swim. And full disclosure, I don't know how to swim, y'all. And I took lessons when I was a kid, okay? I don't understand how that happened. I don't know. Something happened. But I took some lessons, and I guess since I didn't keep practicing and following through, I don't know how to swim. And so that's something that I have to learn myself, and even with my own children. They don't know how to swim either. So I told them, I made a promise. I said, God willing, I said, you guys are going to learn how to swim because that is very, very important. And you see how much fun that Jabari was having? And then how he challenged himself, how he wanted to go up there and jump off that diving board. That's what's up. This story was showing the courage as well. And even too how his father even told him and reminded him of how it's okay to be scared. It's all right. We're human beings. We're going to get scared sometimes. But the key is not letting that fear take control over you to where that you just totally don't want to try at all. All right. So I hope that you guys got a lot of those messages that I have, and even some other messages that I didn't talk about that you all saw in that book. And remember, I hope you continue to like, subscribe, and share our videos, y'all. All right, y'all. I'll be reading to you next time, my reading family. Take care and happy reading. Peace.